Welcome to day 9. Is it day 9? I think it's day 10. I don't know, but welcome back to 12 Days of Christmas. So in my previous video, I showed you all how I edit my videos, do transitions, and how I take my thumbnail photos. Now, disclaimer, I did mention taking thumbnail photos horizontally. However, if you decide that you would like to take multiple photos for a thumbnail, then taking your photos vertically is just as good. I just recommended horizontal photos because if you're just doing one photo, the horizontal photo will fit in your thumbnail dimensions correctly. First things first, the software I'm going to be using today is Canva. Canva is amazing. I have a subscription for Canva Pro, which I do recommend because you can get better presets. Basically, Canva is a website where you can create flyers, video, cards, logos, the list goes on, Instagram stories, Instagram posts. What's great about Canva is you can choose which preset you want. It can either be blank or it could be preset, and it creates the dimensions for you. Say you'd like to make a really cool Instagram story. Now the dimensions on an Instagram story would be different than a thumbnail for a YouTube video. So when you click on Instagram story, it just creates the dimensions for you, and then you can just add whatever you'd like. And then there's a bunch of presets, examples that you can use, which is really helpful. You can add text, you can add moving text. You can do so much with it, which is what I love. So as you can see, here are the photos that I have airdropped to my computer. These are the thumbnail pictures that I took. I took way more, but these are the ones that I like the most. I'm gonna just open up Canva. I have it up already. And at the top, I'm just gonna type in YouTube thumbnail. So it gives you a bunch of options. I didn't even have to type in thumbnail, but it gives you a bunch of options. You can do channel art, display ad, but all of these are going to be in the correct dimensions. You can see the dimensions here on the right-hand side. So I'm just gonna click on thumbnail. So as I scroll down, you can see everything that they give you for presets, which is great. The options are endless. I'm not gonna scroll all the way down because I'm gonna create my own. So let's do a blank canvas. And I'm just gonna drag the photos. I really like this photo, so I'm definitely gonna use that. So you can just drag the photos here. I've actually dragged them here already, but that was before I edited them. So I typically will edit. Sometimes I do this, not all the time, but I will typically edit on Facetune to make it look brighter, add a little bit more light to the pictures to make them pop. The most important thing to do when making a thumbnail photo is making sure that your pictures are bright and clear and crisp. And then if you're adding text to the thumbnail, make sure that the text is legible, especially because thumbnails are small. Typically when you're scrolling through YouTube, whether it's on the mobile app or on a computer, the thumbnail is a small picture. So sometimes you can't really see writing on a picture, but you want to be sure that that writing is nice and big and clear, and whatever picture you have is nice and bright. So I went ahead and already did some editing to the photos to make them a little bit brighter. So I'm just gonna drag my favorite ones over. I'm just gonna drag all of them actually, but I'm only gonna use 3. So that just takes a couple of seconds to just upload. So because this picture here is just a photo of my body, I want it to be the main focus here. But I want to put 2 other pictures behind and kind of make it like overlap. So wait, let me just delete this first. And I'm going to choose 2 of these. Maybe this one. When it's overlapping like this, if you want this picture to overlap both of them, you're going to click on position and click forward. There you go. So I want this to be in the center, in the middle. This far picture, it looks like it's a little too far. Now, to make this picture in the middle stand out more, I'm gonna put a border around it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click elements and I'm gonna type in rectangle. Oh, it's already there, rectangle. So let's see. I want like a nice thin rectangle. This one looks good. So I'm gonna make this rectangle fit perfectly around the photo. It looks like it's like a dark gray color. I'm gonna change it to white. And there you have it. Okay, so I like to use this sometimes if I am going to add some text. It gives the words something to sit on top of rather than just putting the words on the picture, especially if you want to do like cursive. I click on this and then I'm going to make this a little bit more transparent. Not too transparent, but just so it's not so dark. And then I'm going to add some text. So I want to entitle this YouTube thumbnails. I'm going to add a little YouTube icon. So let's type in YouTube. Perfect. So going to do this. And so you click on text here on the left. You're gonna add a heading. And I've typed out YouTube for something else before, and I think it's called like Barlow or something. That's the name of the font that looks kind of like the YouTube font. So I'm gonna look for that. It's probably in recents or something. Maybe not. Barlow. Yes. Thumbnails. But I want this to be like fancy cursive so that we can have some contrast. And my favorite cursive is Moonlight or something, Moontime. I think I want this to be higher up, a little bit bigger. I like this, but now I'm thinking like, I had another picture that I uploaded the other day, and I feel like it's better than that one. All right, I'm just gonna change one picture. These two photos were looking too much alike. I like how this is a little bit further away and this is closer. This is how I create my thumbnails. It's pretty quick and easy once you get the hang of it. If you have a lot of pictures on hand from your video, or if you take a specific thumbnail photo before or after your video, then you kind of have an idea of how you want your thumbnail to look. Thumbnails are so important. I'm learning that as I'm kind of getting the hang of YouTube. When people see great thumbnails in the suggestion bar, they click on your video because they see a really cool, bright thumbnail and they're curious. So I think thumbnails could definitely be the gateway to more views and even subscriptions. I definitely recommend getting Canva. I know that there's other softwares out there, but Canva is a great starter kit for creating things for marketing purposes or your YouTube thumbnails, or even helping you with YouTube videos and Instagram. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Mwah.